In the village of Bubudi, nestled between the rolling hills and the dense Imbizi Forest, there lived a young hyena named Nia. Unlike the other hyenas, who were quick to boast of their strength and sharp teeth, Nia was quiet, thoughtful, and often found herself sitting alone by the fire, gazing at the stars. Her family, though proud of her, often thought she was too gentle for the tough life of a hyena. After all, hyenas were known for their cunning, but also for their strength. Nia, however, seemed more interested in learning the ways of the elders than running with the pack. One late afternoon, as the sun dipped below the horizon and the village prepared for the evening drum circle, an unexpected crisis hit the village. A child had gone missing. The child, Kwame, was only 5 years old. His mother, Amina, had been busy grinding millet when he wandered off into the forest. The village women, who were typically busy preparing meals for the elders or teaching the young ones, soon realized Kwame was nowhere to be found. Word spread quickly, and soon the entire village was in a panic. The Inyanga, chief elder, Chuma, called for an emergency search. Nia was resting under the large mango tree when she heard the commotion. Normally, she would have stayed out of the way. She wasn't known for being a leader like the older, stronger hyenas, and certainly not one for crowds. But something inside her stirred. She had always been curious about the way the wind moved through the trees, the way the birds flew in the sky, and the patterns of the earth. And now, more than ever, she felt her instincts kicking in. She stood up, dusted off the dirt from her fur, and began walking toward the center of the village. Elders and villagers were already gathering to discuss the situation. The men and women, with their torches in hand, were ready to enter the forest. Musa, the leader of the village warriors, was rallying the search party. "We will find the boy," he said. "We will comb the forest from top to bottom." The Inyanga Chuma raised a hand to stop him. "No, we will not rush in blindly. We will listen to the earth. Nia, come forward." The villagers murmured in surprise. Nia? What could she possibly contribute? But Nia felt her heart race as all eyes turned toward her. "I've seen the patterns of the forest," she said quietly, standing tall before the elders. "I've noticed how the animals move at certain times. If we're careful, we can track him." Musa scoffed. "What do you know of tracking? You spend your days watching the birds fly, not hunting like the rest of us." Looked directly into his eyes. "Sometimes those who listen closely see what others miss. If we're looking for Kwame, we need to look at the forest differently." The Inyanga raised his staff and nodded. "We shall follow Nia's advice. She has wisdom beyond her years. If the boy is alive, she may be able to find him." Reluctantly, the villagers followed Nia as she led them into the Imbizi Forest. The air was thick with humidity, and the ground was soft from the previous day's rains. Nia walked slowly, carefully, her keen senses taking in every small detail, the fresh tracks in the mud, the broken branches, the scattered leaves. As they moved deeper into the forest, Nia could hear the distant call of a bird overhead. She paused, listening intently. It wasn't just any bird call, it was the call of the Nyusi, a bird known for its sharp warning cry. She motioned for the group to stop. "Kwame's footprints end here," Nia said, crouching down. "But the bird is telling me something. The ground here is soft, and the air smells of something new." The others exchanged confused glances, but Nia continued. "The boy may be close, but we must be patient." They followed her advice, moving through the dense underbrush with care. As the evening light began to fade, they reached the edge of a small clearing. There, lying beside a large rock, was Kwame, barefoot and weak, but very much alive. The villagers rushed forward, calling his name. Nia, however, remained calm. She gently placed her hand on Kwame's head and spoke softly. "What happened, little one?" Kwame, shivering but safe, looked up at Nia with wide eyes. "I heard something," he whispered. "It was a voice. It told me to hide." Nia smiled softly, her heart swelling with pride. She had found Kwame not because of her strength or speed, but because she listened, really listened, to the forest, the animals, and the earth beneath her feet. She had seen the signs that others overlooked. Back in the village, the drums began to play, and the people celebrated Kwame's return. The elders honored Nia for her wisdom, and the villagers gathered around the fire to hear her recount the story of how she found the boy. It wasn't about strength, it wasn't about speed. It was about listening, observing, and trusting one's instincts. From that day on, Nia became known as the wise one among the hyenas of Bubudi. The other hyenas, who had once doubted her, now came to her for guidance, learning that wisdom didn't always come from age or size, but from the quiet strength of the heart. The villagers, too, came to appreciate Nia's quiet ways, and her story became a reminder to all that there was power in gentleness, and sometimes the most important lessons were found in the silence between the drums. If you like the story, please like and share the video and subscribe the channel for more lesson-able stories. Thank you.